My name is Gary Plummer. I'm the president and CEO of the Chamber. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 132nd annual meeting of the Jefferson City Area Chamber of Commerce. And there's going to be plenty of time for you to go back and get some dessert, refill your cup of iced tea. But for right now, if you will join me and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag. United States of America. To the republic which stands. Thank you very much. A special thank you to our presenting sponsor for the day, Brightspeed Business. And I would like to welcome Brock Lottie with Brightspeed to the stage for a few remarks.
Speech.
Thank you, Gary, and thank you, Chamber of Commerce, for this opportunity. I am Brock with Brightspeed. Some of you may know this, probably walk into some of your offices and you see my face. And just wanted to quickly come up and when I talk to folks, I say, hey, are you familiar with Brightspeed? A lot of folks say, yep, we have the other. Okay, great. Now what's the confusing part? Aren't you guys CenturyLink? No, you're Lumen. Oh, wait a minute, you're Brightspeed. I got a bill from all you guys. So, taking a step back, back in 2020, CenturyLink, what they did is they actually rebranded their name, renamed themselves to Lumen. The reason being is they wanted to become more of a tech company or Microsoft company. So with that, they're looking to say, we may want to get rid of some of our local services, residential services. We don't want to focus on that. What we want to do is focus more on the tech side. So fast forward to October 2022, Brightspeed was formed. Apollo Group invested about $6 billion. And what they did is they actually purchased a lot of the local services from the 20 states that you see over here, the highlighted. And with that comes the residential, the local copper, and the local fiber. So Brightspeed was formed, Lumen, CenturyLink, separate company. So what that means is with this purchase, with all the assets coming over, all the local technicians that were with CenturyLink and Lumen for the past 5, 10, 20 years, the trucks you've seen driving around here actually came over with that acquisition. So all the CenturyLink techs are now for Brightspeed. Great service for you. These are folks that may have seen your network 3, 5, 10 times in the past 5 years. So they understand the services, how important it is to provide a good service and provide them speed of life. So get new spot, fiber, new voice, things like that. So with this, Brightspeed believes in 6 different values. We believe people matter. We're going to listen to you. We understand that every person deserves reliable, fast internet no matter where you are. So with Brightspeed, we've actually put in $2 billion of investment in the next 3 years to build out our network. And that means we're going to be going into rural areas that fiber was never available before. So we're continuously building out in the next 3 years. Some of you have seen it, some of them will see it in the next year or so. We also believe in delivering a big idea. So we're looking at just providing fiber. We're adding more services. Back in October 2022, when Brightspeed was starting, we had dedicated fiber and copper. Well, we've had shared fiber. A little bit more affordable fiber, building out in certain areas, and we also provide voice over IP, so we provide phone, which is over fiber, and then this year, 2025, we're going to be rolling out SIP, which is kind of like a voice over fiber service. Next is we like things like customers, so we want to understand what the pain points are and how we can provide a solution. We also believe in the speed of light, which again goes into the fiber and fast service as possible. We believe in it being real. If we can't provide a certain service, we'll let you know. We'll explain to you, say, okay, it may not be an option right now. We will have the next 6 to 12 months, but we will let you know. Then most importantly is we believe in celebrating success. And what that means is whenever we're able to provide services to customers that have been able to have those type of connections, that fiber, we enjoy it with them. We're happy that they're happy. And we want to keep on providing that type of service. I'll go back and in this today with, when I started going out and talking to folks with Brightspeed, again, they everything with Brightspeed. Said, yeah, we have the phone. The first thing I say is, how's the service? The majority of the time, great. It's been awesome. Post-pandemic, I've been working from home, I have kids games. Now we have faster service, providing the service. That's all that really matters to me is that customers are happy and we're able to find this. But again, thank you. Enjoy your lunch.
Rock, you hanging out here for a second. While we're waiting on that, I want to thank Charles Stone and the folks here at Winstone Entertainment Center for a great meal and for hosting us today. Charles, thank you very much.
So Brightspeed's giving away a golf kit, which really doesn't make sense right now. I mean, if anyone wants to go golf later this week, possibly, but not yet. So I know some of you that just walked in late, so I'm gonna try to mix it up here. See what we do. Ashley Murray. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Ashley.
There you go.
We want to say a special thank you to some table sponsors today for their support. And I will list them here. We have Ameren, Missouri, Central Bank, Central Missouri Community Action, the City of Jefferson, Hawthorne Bank, Hitachi Energy, Jefferson Bank, Jefferson City Medical Group, KRCG, Lunar IT, MU Healthcare, Nobles Construction Corporation, Prost Builders, RMI, Schulte's Fresh Foods, SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital, and the Architects Alliance. Let's give our sponsors a round of applause. And now it's my pleasure to introduce you to the 2024 Chair of the Chamber, Gay Suggett from Ameren.
Thanks, Gary, and thanks for everybody for being here, braving the cold to get out. Oh my gosh, can you believe how cold it was today? We've waited one more day and been a little bit warmer, right? But we really appreciate you being here. So this meeting today is in conjunction with the board's January meeting. So every board member should have received 3 items on a consent agenda electronically. That includes the November and December minutes, the November and December membership report, and the December financials. And those were reviewed already by the executive committee. So I ask for a motion from a member of the board to approve the consent agenda. Thank you, Brandy. Do I have a second? Thank you very much, Chris. All right, any discussion on those? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we have some new board members that are coming on. And so I'd like to call them all to the front of the room, and we will do the oath of office. So first we have Jackie Coleman, Coleman Associates. Next we have Chris Ebright and it's Shepherd's Distributing Company. Curtis Gowen, Architects Alliance Incorporated. Lenny Hamlin, MU Health Center. Chris Schmieder, Williams Keepers LLC. Dr. Trika Young, State Fair Community College. Renee Dingle, Women Connect Representative. Michael Huber, Young Professionals Representative. and Justin Parker, Leadership Jefferson City Representative. Okay, so before we do picture now,
Got a couple more.
before we do the picture, do you want to do the oath or do you want to do the picture first? Okay, so we're going to do the oath of office, and so I'd ask you to raise your right hand. So the following is the oath asked of incoming members of the Board of Directors of the Jefferson City Area Chamber of Commerce. At the conclusion of the oath, if you accept the terms and commitments, please respond, "I will." So one, will you as a member of the Jefferson City Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors attend all possible regular board meetings and special meetings as required? Two, will you enter into full discussion and participate in policy decision affecting the chamber, the community, and the area? Three, will you maintain the confidentiality of all board meetings? Four, will you accept the responsibility for assignments and special contacts during your term and work diligently to continuously help achieve the goals and objectives of the chamber? And five, will you make yourself available for greater responsibilities in the chamber and structure of the Jefferson City Area Chamber of Commerce? If you agree to these commitments, please answer, "I will." Congratulations and welcome to the board of the chamber.
Okay, you too.
Make a few remarks, about my past year and different things that have gone on. And so I want to start my remarks with a quote by the late great President Jimmy Carter. And he said, "We are, of course, a nation of differences. Those differences don't make us weak. They're the source of our strength." So when I first began my career, my beginning of the term of 2024 as a chair, I thought about the chamber's strategic plan that was put in place by a chamber board. And while all the goals are important, one that I felt I wanted to focus on was to be more inclusive. Again, as President Carter said, these differences in each of us are the source of our strength. And I feel we've become a stronger chamber and a stronger community over the course of the last year. And that has been because each of you has had the strength and the courage to say yes when you were asked to lead a committee or to get involved. The sense of community we have here in Jefferson City is truly amazing, and I'm not sure it can be matched anyplace else. But it does take courage to say yes, and I really, really appreciate that from each of you. So at the beginning of the year, we had several businesses that stepped up and said yes to sponsor minority-owned businesses. So that allows those who are just starting a business to get involved with the community and with the chamber. And you know, when they're starting a business, you know how expensive that is. And that allows them to get involved, and then they can grow their business as they get involved. And so thank you to each of you for that. Then in March of 2024, we held our very first women's symposium. When we began planning and dreaming, we knew our venue could accommodate right at 150 women. And then our dreams came true because we were bursting at the seams and actually had about 150 women or more. We were afraid we were going to have to turn a few away that were there. You know, they were mainly women, but I think there was 2 or 3 token men. And I know every time I saw Gary Plummer that day, he had this huge smile on his face. So I think he was okay with that ratio. But we had so many remarkable women that stepped up to make the day absolutely incredible. And I hope each of you who attended were able to take away a nugget or two to help with your life and your career. And I want to especially thank Lauren Carter for chairing that committee with me. Now, don't be sad that that's passed. because we're hard at work again. And the second Women's Symposium is planned for March 19th. Should have received a save the date, and the registration will go out the beginning of February. We're moving into a larger event space so we can hold more people. We're gonna move to Special Olympics. And we're thinking that we can hold maybe 200, maybe a few more. So we're hoping that we're bursting into the scenes again. So mark your calendars. We don't want, we're gonna make this bigger, but we're also changing a few things around, so hopefully it's gonna even be better. And you're gonna walk away with even more. Again, this could not be happening if it wasn't so, for so many amazing women who stepped up to say yes to make this event successful. And then again, in the light of making our chamber more inclusive, stronger, and successful, we wanted to ensure new members who join the chamber feel welcome and that they have the opportunity to get engaged. So two true champions stepped up to chair the chamber champion, Tricia Barnes and Katrina Tennant. These ladies have an amazing group of volunteers who reach out and make sure new chamber members feel welcome and that they have the opportunity to get involved and make connections, which then helps that business grow and become stronger, and then makes our chamber and our community stronger. But we weren't finished yet. We still had more to do. It was early in 2024, so we had lots of time, right? So we realized that our first incredible women's symposium, that after that symposium, that women wanted more. They wanted more than just one day. Women need connections. They need friendship. They need motivation. They need growth and learning opportunities. They need service opportunities, and they need adventure all year long. So the energetic and enthusiastic Renee Dinkle and Kiara Johnson showed their courage and stepped up to co-chair Women Connect. We're currently over 100 members strong, and so I'm so excited. We just started this November 7th, and so over 100 members and growing. So there'll be many more opportunities planned, and I believe there's gonna be a coffee late February. So that will be an opportunity to get to know some of the women and get involved as well. If you haven't signed up for Women Connect, you can still do it. Just contact Lori at the chamber and you can get signed up. But the energy level in that room is amazing when you get all those women together. You've got passion, you've got energy, you've got intellect, and you've got amazing women that really make things happen. And I tell you what, it's earth shattering. So 2025 will be a fabulous year. So it's been a fun year to see the strength, not just of the chamber, but also of the community. I've enjoyed working with Mayor Fitzwater and Presiding Commissioner Sam Bushman. They're continually working to make our chamber and our community stronger and better every day. And then I would be remiss if I didn't thank my Ameren coworkers and Ameren for allowing me to get involved, because that has been amazing as well. And then I'm gonna go on to the chamber staff. I want to talk about the chamber staff because they have been absolutely amazing. They're the glue that keeps everything going. You know, there's all of us volunteers that get up here and we talk, and you have chairs that come and go, but the chamber staff is there, right? And so I want to talk first about Gary Plummer. He leads our chamber with knowledge, grace, and humor. Ashley Timmy, who was so instrumental in making our very first women's symposium successful. Jay Moore, who keeps our finances and budget in order. Reve Brown, who greets me with a smile every time I enter the chamber. Lori Pitts, who is now helping to make our Women Connect and second Women's Symposium outstanding. And Susan Neal Dottie. So I'm gonna have to expand just a little bit on Susan, because she's getting nervous, I can tell. She's wondering why she didn't get my notes. That's what's going on. She didn't get my notes. But Susan has worked at the chamber for over 33 years. She's been there a long time. And she's taken special events to the next level. She's guided the chamber membership growth. She's trained numerous staff volunteers and staff. She's fostered collaboration among other business groups, all with a high degree of professionalism and energy. I can't look at you because I'll cry. It's no wonder why she drinks so many Diet Coke. Is that why? Is that why? She works every single day to provide benefits to members so they can get involved, make connections, grow their business, and have fun. Susan is the only one, Susan is the one behind the scenes, never taking any credit, but making sure everything goes smoothly. I think she has her hand in everything that happens in the chamber. And then if that wasn't enough, the last couple months, we had a new chore for her. She got involved with the governor's prayer breakfast. And she worked diligently with the Governor Kehoe's staff to make that event successful as well. So Susan, you're so appreciated, and I ask you to come up if you don't mind.
Talking on, I love the chamber and I love Jefferson City. And this is why, what a great job, what a great career. Thanks, everyone.
So that was fun. So I began with a quote by President Jimmy Carter, and I'm going to end with one by President Reagan. The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one who gets the people to do the greatest things. So to each of you, keep being great leaders, say yes when asked, and continue to make our chamber and the community stronger and better. So thank you again for being thank you again for such a great year. I had so much fun. I know Gary's kicking me out now and Ken's coming in, but you know, Ken's gonna do amazing things. When you listen to him next year, you know, what he's done for 2025, we're all gonna be in awe. So I know he's gonna do great things. And I'm not totally going away, Ken. I'll still be here to help. But it's been a fun year and I've had so many friendships and I've learned so much. So I just want to say thank you to each. So now we get to recognize the outgoing chamber officers and directors. So as I read your name, please come forward to receive your plaque and remain in the front of the room for a group photo, please. So our outgoing chamber officers, first we had Andy Bechtel. Andy is chair emeritus, and I don't think Andy was able to make it today, but he led the chamber 2024 and did an amazing job. And we also have Ryan Henry, Williams Keepers. Ryan, I think you're here. He was our treasurer. Okay, and then we have 4 outgoing chamber directors, and I'm gonna call all 4, so if you'll all call 4 come up at the same time, we'll get a group picture. Leslie Backstrom, the Architects Alliance, Amber Bronzell, United Way of Central Missouri, Adrian Heckman, Young Professionals Representative, and Lakeitha White from Celeste. Thanks again to those community leaders. It's been my pleasure to serve on the Chamber Board with each of you. So now we will receive a report from one of our Chamber key affiliates who will help us accomplish our goals for the Chamber and our community. That would be from our Chamber Young Professionals. So the 2024 YP chair is Michael Hubert Associates, and the 2025 YP chair is Brian Campeter from KMIZ. Are you guys both here?
Morning, everyone. As Dave said, I was the 2024 chair for YP, and with me I've got Ryan Campeter, who's the new chair this year. One of the cool things about YP, specifically my role now as past chair, is I get to sit on the board of, as you saw, swearing in earlier, of the actual chamber board and get to help influence our group to work alongside the chamber, accomplishing goals and keeping in mind all the things the chamber has in mind and trying to reload those to our group to make sure that we're working hand in hand as we are such a chamber. And I want to echo again, thanks to the chamber staff for all that you do. They didn't mention on there that they support us, but we're a big nagging piece of their day, I think, sometimes. So thank you guys very much for all that you do for us. Our mission is really to attract, retain, retain and develop young professionals. So within all of your businesses, we really encourage you all to have your young professionals come and be a part of our group. We had a really great year last year, I think, and a lot of momentum going into this year as far as bringing value to our members, growing professionally, personally, networking within the community. We housed a slew of events. Ryan will talk about some of our big ones as well. But we are really aiming to, and we've got 3 pillars of learn, connect, grow. So really focusing on those pillars for our members and getting them to see all the things that Jeff City has to offer from a personal standpoint and professional standpoint. So that way they want to stay here and, you know, go grow within their community, grow within their businesses.
This is a look at our 2025 board. So in addition to Michael and myself, we have Hannah Gerard, Hannah Hansen, Tevin Townsend, Cassie Steyerwalt, Eric Lichtmeyer, Manzel Payne, Joan Wilkes, Jordan Zwargolski, and Lindsay Azel, Haley Joan Peter, Trent Dudenhaver, and Cody Seidel. So we are a working board. We all have different roles and responsibilities and committees that we lead in our individual departments, if you will. And of course, some highlights from this past year and looking forward to 2025. We had a successful YP wine competition in April of last year, and it's coming up again at the beginning of April this year, hosted at Special Olympics and benefiting the Diaper Bank this year. In the fall, we host Mid-Mo Summit, which is a day of professional development for our members and guests, where we have different speakers throughout the day, lots of networking opportunities, and just a really great day of growing professionally and personally. Through YP, we have over 230 members in our organization. And with these different events, they can serve in different roles and capacities, whether that's through service, through social, or through professional development. Some of these pictures highlight different things we had throughout the year. This one right here is a Bring a Friend social that we did to help with recruitment of YP membership. You can see our check presentations to the Special Olympics, which was our benefactor for the wine competition last year, as well as a celebrity bartending event that we hosted at Bar Whiskey. There's some highlights from the summit with a speaker, as well as pictures from the YP wine competition, and then a behind the scenes event that we hosted at the Jefferson City Country Club, where we were able to learn about the updates coming over at our country club. Oh, that's okay. So again, just looking ahead to 2025, if your organization has young professionals on staff, to echo what Michael said, highly encourage you, recommend YP to them, for them to join. I always like to share my own testimonial. I am from outside of the Atlanta, Georgia area, went to school at Mizzou, and have extended family from Jeff City, but ultimately did not know a bunch of people, didn't go to high school here, and YP opened those doors for me. And looking out in the crowd, I think I at least know one person sitting at every table now, and that's really credit to YP and the chamber for making those connections and helping me grow both professionally and personally in this community.
Now we get to go on to the presentation of the 2024 Chairman's Award. So it is time for me to present that award, and I have to say this task was daunting. You heard my earlier remarks about how many people stepped up and said yes when I asked. I mean, so many people, so many people. And we've got so many amazing people in this chamber. I was fortunate enough to work with so many people and move forward, but I think this person is truly, truly deserving. This person always has a smile and was always very kind and willing to help me understand the subject that I am not all that comfortable with. This person did not chair a committee, but was someone that was always there to help. When this person was asked to serve a second year longer than anticipated, the answer was yes. This person supported sound financial management and oversight and assisted staff with audit preparation and review. This person helped guide investment policy, which gained the chamber additional interest revenue. You might have figured out already who I'm talking about, but this person also served 6 years on the chamber board and 2 years as the chamber board treasurer. He actually said yes when we asked him to serve an additional year. So Ryan Henry from Williams Keepers, we're so appreciative. Will you please come forward?
Made today. I love our community. I love the chamber. It's just been a great experience. I think Ryan said it well, just the relationships I've been able to develop with people in this room around our community has been so rewarding. And so, yeah, definitely when I first joined the board, probably had a little bit of hesitation. Do I have enough time to really devote to this cause? But I'm so glad that I did. It's been such a rewarding experience. So just encourage everyone in the community just to get involved. This is a great place. And I know everyone in this room does their part to me. So it's thanks again for everything. You guys have been great this year.
Okay, at this time, I'll turn the program over to the 2025 Chamber Chairman, Ken Farah, to outline the Chamber's goals for our members and our community as we focus on 2020.
Thank you, Gay. I didn't really know how all this worked. I thought January 1st, I was the chair. So I've been walking around bossing everybody around. So this is the official gavel and it's been passed to me. Okay. No, that's not. It's okay. I can't think of anybody could have been a better fit for this job as you've been last year. And it's been a pleasure serving on the board and watching you and set your goals and build your team and then go get it. And you've done that. And it's just been, the only thing I'll say is we were in a group the other day and I said, these are big shoes to fill. That's not what you tell a lady. So this is a tough act to follow. And so I would just like to give you this plaque in commemoration of your service. And I hope that when you look at it, you smile. And we're just so appreciative as a community. We're so appreciative of what you've done for all of us. And you all heard, I have witnesses. You said you're not going anywhere. You're going to stick with me and help me through this. So thank you very much. and Ryan, congratulations on the award. It is true. He smiled all the time, even when we were asking him really stupid questions to see if he had, coming from an English major, right? And if you'll notice, the incoming board has 2 CPAs on it, I think just to keep me in check. So thank you, Brandy. And then Chris Snyder. And Chris, I know that Brian's a little bit older than you, so he kind of forced you into this. You always have to have a smile on your face too. You don't have all this stupid questions. No, we're thrilled to have you on board. So, yeah, in the 21 days when I thought I was chair and it really wasn't, I've been reflecting a lot on how this year's gonna go. I knew that I had to do this, I had to tell you all my goals. And so I asked a few people around, I said, what should my goal be? And a couple people said, well, how about if we get to 50,000 so we can have an Olive Garden? But that might be okay, but that's probably not what plumbers looking for. Just a little bit. But yeah, so I've been watching a lot of current events and thinking, okay, there's gotta be some clue in here on what's happening at the national level that's gonna kind of help me figure out where we need to go as a community. And just like you all, I've been watching, especially the last few days. And so my wife, Susie, she always tells me, Ken, you don't have to voice every opinion that you have, but somehow I can't help it. And the older I get, the more I do that. So we were sitting at dinner the other night and I had all 3 of my daughters, I was fortunate, plus my son-in-law, and all of them are younger and much more progressive. And Susie, I guess she could see this bubbling up in me. And she was giving me that look like, anyway, we're talking about current events. And so finally I said, well, I thought to myself, I can't take it anymore. I got to say it. And so I said, I support, and she gave me the look again, a complete shutdown of TikTok. That surprised her a little bit. She thought I was going to go political, but I'm serious. I'm right now, I'm voting to shut it down. I know Trump opened it back up, but anyway. So, what a great time to be in Jefferson City, right? It's our 200th birthday this year. Did you all know that? 200-year birthday. We've got our very own Mike and Claudia Kehoe in the governor's mansion in the Capitol now. We've got Lincoln University. I saw Dr. Mosley. John, are you still here? Lincoln University fully funded for the first time ever, I think. We've got saw Brian McGraw here. Jeff City Jays are, I think, 15-3 and headed to the Final Four again. How about that? Lincoln Blue Tigers basketball team, I think, is 13-4. Mizzou Tigers ranked 22nd. All kinds of great things. And this just in, this is really a good one. Our own city council has said that they're willing to go through group therapy together. This is my new neighbor. But seriously, so many great things happening in our community. And so I just feel very honored to be in this role this year. I think I'm very fortunate. It was just by chance, but it's going to be a fun year. But, whoops. Okay, there we go. So in thinking about how we should start with what our priorities are for this year, I think you have to start with the strategic goals and mission statement. That's on the back of your program. And I know I'm on a time limit here, but what I want to point you to is the mission statement that says, boldly promote economic vitality. And I love that mission statement. 1, because I think it's very poignant, but 2, because it's short and I can remember it. So our marketing director, Sandy Hinches, is over here, and Sandy always has to keep things short so I can remember it. So I can remember that. Boldly promote economic vitality. That's our job. And it's under these pillars, and I think Michael mentioned these earlier. But here is where I think Gay focused right here a lot last year, which I think was exactly the perfect time for that. And strengthen the membership engagement and financial integrity. Gay and Gary and the staff did a wonderful job at tightening the strings at the chamber so that we could continue to be viable. And I'm happy to say we have no debt. We have a lot of money in the bank, not a lot. We have a good balance in the bank. We have a very efficient staff. I was in a meeting with them the other day and they told me what their roles were. And they all wear 3 or 4 hats. So it's very efficient. I think that's important because as a chamber, we need to be good stewards of your dollars, right? You all are all paying money to be a member of this group. And so we have to take care of that. And I think under Gay's leadership, we made a lot of steps there. Then champion the competitive advantages of DEI. We talked a lot about that. Gay made a lot of progress on the Women's Network, Women Connect. We've got a Minority Business Council, Minority Scholarships. I think we've done a really good job here, and we're going to continue to do that. So here's where I want to focus this year is to advocate for businesses, which includes develop a proactive chamber agenda on key community development opportunities, and then also talented workforce. And so this one right here is housing and childcare. And to me, this one is tourism. And so to me, those are the 3 areas that we need to focus on in 2025. Almost at the next slide. Okay, so I broke this down into ships. And so the first one's stewardship. We talked about, and I think we're doing a good job there. We just need to keep our eye on the ball with stewardship. Membership. We are a member organization, 900 members strong. If we don't take care of our members, we're not going to have an organization. So I think the staff does a great job of making sure that we offer a lot of different programs, activities, educational opportunities for our members. And it's not going to be the same for everybody. So if you see one and you say, well, that's not for me, that's fine. There's probably something else that is for you. Partnership. This is a big one. And I guess I just got done making fun of the city council, but they're our big partner. And we need their help. We need to help them on certain things that are happening. We got the county government. We've got state government. Luke Holtschneider, he's in the building somewhere. He and Missy. They're doing great things on economic development. So we need to leverage our partnerships, and we have some good ones. We just need to stay aware of those. And then this is the one that I want everyone in the room to salesmanship. We have a wonderful community. We just got to talk about all the great things that are happening here. But sometimes we're our own worst enemy. We say, well, there's nothing to do in Jefferson City. It's boring. It's not growing. Well, that's not really true. If you look at some of the recent accomplishments, I'm not going to go through all these, but I'm going to let you all look at them for just a second. Look at all of the expansions we've had from our businesses. Look at some of the really cool projects that are going on, both in recreation and in economic development. Then we have in process a lot of other projects. A lot of them are related to state and education, but there's going to be a lot of money spent here in our community if these projects go forward. And then finally, these are in the planning stage. And I probably missed some, but if you look, and I'll send this out to all the members if you want, there's a lot going on in our community. Matter of fact, you see a lot of, you see some cranes standing around in our community. That's the last time we saw that. There's about 3 cranes. No, I'm not talking about Brian Crane. So, no, I'm moving fast, but that's what I really want to focus on for 2025. And I'm asking everyone in this room to help me with that because it's your community, it's your chamber, okay? And we need to all work together. It's not just the job of our 6 staff members or the people who are on this board right now. It's all of our job to promote this community. And if it's good for the community, then it's good for our business. So we've got our board of directors coming in for next year and our committee chairs. If you're a member of the new board, would you please stand up? Those of you who are just sworn in, and there were some others. Let's give them a big hand. Look forward to working with all of you. And in the interest of time, I'm not going to talk about the committee chairs. You know who you are. We have a lot of work to do. I would encourage each of you to be salesmen for our community. Also, contact us if there's something that you see that you would like us to look at or work. We're happy to do that. And then I'll probably have that list sent out to you. And if there's something that's not on that list, please tell me, because this, unfortunately, for some of you all, this isn't the last time you're going to hear this presentation. So I want to make sure that list is complete. So congratulations to Gay on a wonderful year. Congratulations to Ryan, well-deserved award. Thank you all for being here.
All right, we're adjourned.